guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Storytime with Adri on Valentine's Day disaster from last year. So let's get right into the video. Last year I was kind of seeing this guy, Fred. That's the name we're going to give him because I don't want to be spelling names and drama be all over here. Fred was we were seeing each other in November. We hung out. It was a fun night, I'll admit. And then we would not see each other for a few months, and then, mind you, Fred was like 26, 27, around his 30s. And we've known each other since like elementary school, so, everybody was kind of cool with it, chill, and whatever. And I was 21. I was 21, he was like around his 30s, so. What happened was, we wouldn't see each other for a few months, and then February comes around, and I was in the process of looking for a car for myself to buy and own, and we were going to look at this car, like, somewhere near Frankfurt or something, Torresdale, I don't know, somewhere, like, down that way. So he's like, yeah, I'll take you. We'll look at it together since I'm a mechanic. I got you. See if it's good or bad and give it a test drive. So Valentine's Day comes and he picks me up, and the person that had the car canceled or something. So he's like, oh, I'll just take you out to eat. Let's go. So we go to Chick-fil-A near Neshaminy Mall, where Starbucks, Walmart, McDonald's, some other restaurants are around there. You probably know what I mean if you live in Philadelphia. So we go to Chick-fil-A, we start eating, and out of nowhere, dude, my cousin and her kids come in from my dad's side. I'm like, oh, what a lovely surprise. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, and we start talking, and as we're hugging, she whispers, she's like, is that your boyfriend? I was like, no, not yet. Which me and Fred were planning on dating, right? In like a few years, maybe? Kinda? I don't know. That's, in my mind, that's what it sounded like, but you'll see why. And then, after I talk to her and the kids and catching up, I sit back down with him and we start talking, and then my cousin's husband comes in. He's like, Adriana, what a surprise. I'm like, yeah, you too. But, and, he was just catching up with his kids for lunch and stuff. So, we were at Chick-fil-A for like an hour and a half, just eating and talking, and I was shivering like a chihuahua. That's the main thing I do remember in Chick-fil-A. I was like shivering. And I did have a sweatshirt on and whatever. So after Chick-fil-A, we're sitting in front of my house, and I was like, oh, let's take a selfie. And you know how some people and most people I know are kind of sketchy about their face popping up on like social media? Well, he didn't say, oh, don't post this or ever. Like, people usually tell me because I like sharing my life with family and friends. And I should have asked his permission, which I never did. So I was like, oh, I'll just post it after he dropped me off. So I did. Pictures on there, the selfie of me and him, and I mean, I guess the rest of the night was okay. I don't even know what I did, really. So, fast forward to the next day, the 15th, and I'm at work. This is when I still work at K9, so, I'm working at K9 from like 7 to 1 or whatever, or 7 to 11, and, this girl messaged me. We're gonna call her Angelica because she was rude, she was impolite, she was snobby, she was like Angelica from the Rugrats, alright? The way she was talking to me. She's like, hi, I'm Angelica, and who are you? And I'm like, Adriana, why do you care? And she's like, well, Fred dating? I'm like, no, we're just friends. Why? Well, girl, I tell you why. Because I'm his fiance. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, I was not expecting this coming at all. And dude, at this point, I was like talking to my coworker. I'm like, I don't know what to do because I got framed. Obviously, he wanted drama or something to happen, or maybe he didn't. Well, it's kind of my fault because I did post that selfie and she saw it because he was tagged in it, and that's how it all came about. And so I start talking to her, trying to like, I didn't mean to. She's like, oh, did he do anything with you besides blah 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 blah? I'm like, no, nothing. But then there was, I had mentioned one thing. Um, so, where am I? I just lost my train of thought. Uh, oh, so I'm talking to her and I'm crying. I'm crying at work, right? And one of my favorite dogs comes over and puts her head on my leg because she knows and realizes how upset I am, and I pet her and whatever. So this goes on, like, I apologize. I'm like, I don't mean to, like, start anything with you. I'm not trying to, but I understand you're being protective of your fiance, and he never told me that, he had one or he was engaged. And I asked Fred, I was like, are you engaged? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you? Like, it would have made sense. Hey, I'm engaged. Stay away from me. I'm not interested in you. But no, he played the other role, like most men do when they're dating, when they're married or engaged. Oh, I like you. Let me be interested and cause drama. Alright? And let the fiance find out about it. Like most females do. Oh, wow. I've been holding all this frustration in for a year. And it's almost a year that this happened. A year ago. Yeah. Today's what, the 12th? Yeah. So, uh, I guess the point of the story is, don't, don't, don't be interested in an older guy. Really? Well, speaking for myself, I know better now because I don't want to deal with it again. It's one, it can be dangerous. Two, it's an emotional wreck, and I'd even tell my mom to like a week or 2 weeks after it happened because I was scared to tell her because I was afraid she was going to disown me or get lectured at. You know how parents are. But she's like, I would have helped you. Why didn't you tell me? And yeah. So girls, don't fall for idiots like that, and always ask if they're married or engaged because I've been feeling like sketchy about some guys I meet, you know, if you become single, if you know what I mean. So I'm just planning on staying single for the rest of my life because men are sketchy. And some of them don't know how to grow up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, and give it a like, subscribe, and comment. See ya!